All right, guys, this one I want you to please write EE4 and write simplifying expressions that have multi-steps. Okay? Take a second, do that. I'm going to go through some examples. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to do for this one is we're going to use the distributive property. So for this one, we're going to take 3 and distribute it to the 4x and to the negative 5. So 12x minus 15. We're going to add to that a 4 times a 2x, which is 8x, and a 4 times a 6, which is going to give us 24. Okay, so now which ones of these are like terms? The 12x and the 8x, the negative 15, and the 24. So really we have 20x, and then 15 taken away from 24 would give us a 9. Okay, make sure that remember you can use your calculator. A negative 8 times a 2a is a negative 16a, and a negative 8 times a negative 3b is a positive 24b. Okay, I am going to add to that a negative 5 times 6b, which is a negative 30b, and a negative 5 times a negative 4a, which is a positive 20a. So I've got a's and b's that need to be combined. So 16a, but it's negative, taking away from the 20a that's positive, would leave us with 4 positive a's. And if I take 24 away from 30, because they have different signs, I'm left with 6b. Which sign would it be? It would be the negative because I have more. So 6, let's not make that look like a 66. Let's make it look like a 6b. Okay, this is supposed to be a subtraction. So this is a 10 times a 5g, a 10 times a negative 2h, and a 10 times a negative 3. So this would be 50g minus 20h minus 30. This is a negative 4 times each and every piece that you see here. So this would be plus a negative 12g plus 16h minus 8. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to make sure that we combine our like terms. We've got a 50g and a negative 12g. I'm going to actually write my answer up here. So we're left with 38g, and it's positive. We've got a negative 20h and a positive 16h, so minus 4h. And we've got a negative 30 and a negative 8. So that is a negative 38, and that's our answer. All right, so go ahead and try these on your own. Pause the video. I'm going to actually be back in just a second to show you the answers, so make sure that you paused it. All right, here we go with the answers. Okay, so the first step is to distribute the 5 to the 3x and to the 4y, and to distribute the negative 6 to the 2x and to the 5y. Make sure you're distributing the whole negative 6. So over here we get 15x plus 20y plus a negative 12x, because negative 6 times 2 is negative 12, and a negative 6 times a 5 is a negative 30. We are going to combine our x's, which is 15 and negative 12, to get 3x, and 20 with a negative 30y would be a negative 10y. And that's our answer. For the second one, we bring down the 2w, and then we're going to multiply 4 times 7 and 4 times 3w. 4 times 7 is 28, and 4 times 3w is 12w. Combine our w's and get 14w plus 28, and we're done. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. And then for the next one, we're going to take 9p, bring it down, add to that 4 times 2, which is 8, and 4 times p, which is 4p. Combine the p's, 9 and 4 make 13, so 13p plus 8 is our answer. All right, remember when we talked about perimeter? We're going to look at all of the perimeter. So that means that this, is not a w, that's a v, is a 3v plus 5, because see these tick marks here? If they have the same tick mark, that means that their sides are the same. So this is a negative 2v plus 15. So we've got how many 3v's plus 5? 3 of them. So let's make our lives easier and use the distributive property. So 9v plus 15. Okay, we're going to add to that 2 times the negative 2v plus 15. So 2 times a negative 2v is a negative 4v, and 2 times 15 is 30. So we've got 9v and a negative 4v to give us 5v, and 15 and 30 make 45. And that's our perimeter. All right, let's look at a couple more examples. I've got a negative 1, so this would be a negative x plus a negative 4 minus 2x. So what can be combined here? This x and this x. How many do I have? I have 3 negatives minus 4 because I don't need that plus sign anymore, and I'm done. Over here, this is a not, so it's just a positive 3y plus 5y minus 2y. So if I take 2y away from these guys, we're left with 6y, because that's 8 and minus 2 is 6. I'm going to distribute the negative 4 to both of these. So 4 times 8 gives me 32, but it's negative x, or negative 32x. And a negative 4 times a negative 4 is a positive 16. Add the 3x. These are going to have different signs, so we take their difference, and we're left with a negative 29x plus 16. This one's a negative 2, bring it down. So this one, we got to distribute the 2 to each. So we have 4x plus 14. Negative 2 and 14 can be combined, so bring down my 4x, and to that I'm adding 12. Okay, so make sure that you have those examples written down in your notebook. Now I want you to try these. Please put a star next to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and try them yourself. I'll be back in just a second to show you the answers. Okay, let's look at 1 and 3 first. We've got a negative 5x and a negative 35 because we distributed the negative 5 to both of these numbers. I'm subtracting 4 from that, so I get negative 5x minus 39. All right, let's look at 3. We've got 8 times d and 8 times 4. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 8 times 4. So we get 8d plus 32 minus 3d. I'm going to take 3d away from the 8d, and I'm left with 5d plus 32. Okay, make sure you have those written down. Let's do 2 and 4. Bring down my 6. This is a negative in front of the 7 and the 6x. So because that's in front of both, I'm going to distribute a negative sign to both of these. So we're left with a negative, oh, that's not supposed to be a 7x. That's just supposed to be a negative 7. A negative 7 and a negative 6. So 6 minus 7 is negative 1 and minus 6x. Now, I always like to rewrite it with the variables in the front because that's how we write it in algebra. If you didn't do it, it's not wrong, but please rewrite it like that. All right, 9 times 3g and 9 times a negative 5. 9 times 3g is just like 9 times 3, which is 27 g's, minus, and 9 times 5 gives us 45. Remember to check everything with a calculator. Bring down everything else. So 27g minus 4g would be 23g, and negative 45 plus 6 would be negative 39. All right, make sure you circle it, and that's all I've got for you today. See you next time.